He's the man.
No, I'm not. I'm not the man.
You're not the man?
No.
Oh, I wanted to talk to the man.
Tom, where's Tom Gay? Tom Gay's the man.
Calvin Castine here. It's the 25th, I think, of June. I think it is.
25th of June, yes.
2016. Judy Castine on the camera. Have you met Judy? This is my wife, Judy.
Hi, Joe.
This is Gene Chauvin. And I see that Chauvin Agency is one of the sponsors of this. So
Yes.
doesn't that mean the sponsor sits back and relaxes and just watches?
No, I think I lost 10 pounds today walking.
Well, you could use it. I mean,
I could gain 10 pounds, but I lost 10 just walking today. It's okay. It's fun.
well, it'll be fun putting it back on.
It's a sunny day. It's a good day to go out and exercise.
It's a beautiful
anyways.
day. It's just a little after 11.
Oh.
I just started to the public at 10. But what time did you get here, Gene?
I was here at 7:30.
7:30, and you'll be here how late?
Probably 4:30 by the time we get out of here.
Well, that's not too bad.
No, 'cause usually we get done judging by 3 o'clock. Then the cars are out of here, and we have to pick up and neaten up a little bit, and then we're head out.
Neaten up a little bit. That's a new phrase.
Pick up the rubbish.
Well, I'll be gone, but you won't have to pick me up. I'll be gone.
The rubbish that's left behind, you know, like
Yeah, I know.
pick it up.
I know. No matter how well-intentioned people are, sometimes they have a little wrapper or something that wasn't there when your morning
Leave
started.
the water bottle in the middle of the parking lot.
Yeah. Well, if it's the water bottle, it's a nickel.
This is true.
That I don't mind picking up. So it looks like a good turnout. I see some 50s here. I'm almost a little disappointed when I don't see too many 50s, but we got at least 6 right
there's
there.
not too many 50s.
There's a few.
Yeah, there's a few. There's quite a few modified pickup trucks this year, which is different. We haven't had that many in the past, and there's quite a few over there this year,
It looks
which
like
is really nice.
a pretty full parking lot so
Yep.
far. It's starting to fill in. There's a few gaps here and there, but coming from
Well, we leave
off Route
enough.
9,
Well, we leave enough space because we never know. Like we put in for 10, and all of a sudden 12 will show up. So we leave enough room to get them all in, just in case an extra one shows
yeah,
up.
that's right. You can't.
Like last year, we had a spot for 12 and 14 cars showed up. Well, we kind of got crammed and caught in a pinch. So this year we stretched it out a little bit more.
Yeah, because they can register ahead of time, but people can show up and
Show up anytime.
Yeah, and a lot of people want to wait to see what the weather's going to be like. Even though the forecast said it's going to be great today.
Right. Plus this morning I heard there was an accident on 87 coming up from Willsboro, so some of the guys might be late coming up from Willsboro area.
Yeah. Well, it's a busy traffic day. We got all kinds of traffic going by here. And
yeah, we got, there's a few more coming in. There's a little pickup truck coming in and Purple Challenger coming in, so you know, we got 1, 2, 3, 4 over there I can see coming in still.
Now, I know you have at least a few tractors. Do you have, how many antique cars might you have?
I don't have any cars.
No
or trucks.
cars?
No.
Did you ever?
I had a 1970 Challenger, purple, black vinyl top.
Yeah, but
nice
you bought that brand new.
Yeah, I don't have it. I don't have it anymore, but I wish I had it back. That's okay.
I had a 66 Ford Fairlane that I bought brand new, but that was...
That was then.
Yeah.
This is now.
Right.
No, we got quite a few different ones here today. You know, quite a few Mustangs I see, and modified. A lot of modified cars I noticed. A lot of modifieds.
It seems to be trending that way. You know, back when
Yeah.
when you and I were younger, you'd see a lot of the cars from the 30s and even a few 20s and so on showing up, and now they're a real rarity. I see maybe 1 or 2 over there. About maybe 3. I see a maroon 4. I'm counting 4 right now. So
That's it. That's about all in there. Not too many in the late 50s here either, so it's just the way it is.
Yeah.
Everybody has their own what they want to
It's what people are
collect,
interested
what they
in.
want to drive.
That's right. So obviously there's an interest in the people who are collecting these, and there's people that in that same age group that's
Then we had a bunch of tuners came in all of a sudden, 6 of them, which is a new style car. The tuners, they take a foreign sports car and they take all the decals off of it and they make it look fancy and little loud mufflers on it and put special lights on them, and they which again, it's different. If that's what they like, that's good. It draws them here. We don't care.
Yeah.
Bring them all. We can bring your brand new car here.
Yeah, well, I suppose once in a while you get that. Somebody buys a brand new, particularly a Corvette or something like that, and they want to show it off.
There is a new Corvette here, and there's a couple of those new Challengers here.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
Well, see, there is hope for you. You could buy yourself a new Corvette next year and park it here.
I'll be good.
You're going to be having anything at the antique tractor show coming up in a couple of weeks? You're going to have anything personal?
I'm going to try to bring my one tractor over. I'm going to get my little 48N going. It hasn't started up in a year, so I'll throw the battery charger on it and dust it off.
Almost time.
It won't take long to charge up a 6-volt battery. Dust it off and drive it over.
Drive it over?
Probably will. It might. It's not that far of a drive. It'd be a nice little drive for the old tractor.
Well, you got to get the dust out of the carburetor.
Yeah, yeah.
Do they have carburetors?
Oh yeah. I'll bring it over. I'm probably bringing it over for the show.
Okay, how far ahead do you start planning for this, Gene?
Well, we'll probably a year ahead after this show. We'll probably about a month from now, we'll sit down and look at over everything, see what we had, too many cars in one class, see how we can divide the class up a little bit.
So you get that same number of cars. You don't want to tell people they can't come, but you want to put them in a different class. So that,
if you got 14 cars in one class and we've only give out 3 trophies, you would try to get so we can get like 9 or 10 in a class, so they have a better chance.
So you subdivide
divide the class up. Yeah, that's what we did this year. We didn't have any Model A's or Model T's. We had one of each last year, so this year we put them both in the same class.
Well, yeah.
So that dropped down one class. We was able to open up another class.
Okay, and if people are interested in taking part in this, what should they do?
Get a hold of Jody Parks at the chamber, and she'll give you all the information.
And if you want to, just like you, with her sleeves rolled up, and
Jody's
she's working
right there.
all day.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we all work.
Yeah. So even though they get you to sponsor this, it doesn't mean a day off for you, does it?
No, and it's a fun show. It's a really fun show. You see all kinds of different cars.
And there's things here besides the cars. Is there?
There's craft fair and a flea market. Some food and music, and down at the beach, I guess they got the weigh-in for the boat. The bass tournament.
FLW tournament.
Yeah, it's going on down there at the same time.
Oh wow!
So we got a little bit of everything going on today.
Busy little neck of the woods right here at the Crete Center.
Yep, it's really busy here.
Anything else, Gene? That
I'm good.
When Calvin shows up, I'm going to tell him this for sure. No?
No, couldn't tell her. Think of anything, Calvin.
Okay, take care.
Yeah, thank you.
Keep it up.
All right, thank you.
Okay, I'm going to try to stay out of the picture here so we can look at this car. It's a T-Bird. It's a 1956 Thunderbird, Ford Thunderbird, of course, and it's from Highgate Center. Timothy and Lorraine Raymond, or Raymond, as some of the Raymonds in Champlain used to be called, Raymond. It's a beautiful convertible. I think we're going to get another angle on this before we're through here, but we'll start with this angle, and then we'll move over to another Vermont car, and we'll see who this is. It's from Orwell, Vermont, and it's 1957 Ford Fairlane Club Victoria. Peter Young is the owner. And it's a beautiful red. Not sure if candy apple red existed. It's almost that color, but a little not quite as bright as my 1966 Fairlane. That was candy apple red. It's got the nice tail fins. It's got the hood is up. A lot of chrome on the front. I don't know if the camera can see the chrome there. That's and the license plate says My 57. So good plate to have when you have a 1957. A 57 Fairlane, Ford Fairlane. And we're going to change angles just for a bit, just to look at the back of these two, because when you start looking at the fins, sometimes it's just as much fun as looking at the front end of these old 50s cars. The Thunderbird has the spare tire right there. That's the back of the Thunderbird. It's kind of a peachy, orangey red color. Not sure what the official color title would be on that one. And here's the back of that 57 Fairlane. 57 might be, between the Chevy and the Fords, might be my favorite year for vehicles, and this is certainly a nice looking one here. And of course the convertible here. I think I'm thinking that 55 was the first year for the Thunderbird, so this was a new experience here, driving a Ford Thunderbird convertible back in 1956. Judy's got that photographer's eye, and she noticed walking by here that It's a nice view with that car door open on the 57 Fairlane inside. Very nice shot there. The interior of the 57 Ford Fairlane, and here's another angle on the Ford Thunderbird. Looks like there's some Chevys right next door here. I see a 58 and a 59. We're going to go take a peek at them. All right, we have moved over to the 1958. It is a Vermont car also. I think it's also from Orwell. Swagger. It's a 58 Impala. Chevy Impala, of course. It's got a 1958 license plate on it, so they may have to renew their license plate pretty soon there. I think after 68 years it becomes time to renew your plate. But it's got some nice photos of the car in front of it, coming from real good angles, nice low angles. That's but you know, these cars, when you pose them like that, they really look sharp. Apparently it's got a spare tire in the back also, a very, very nice 1958 blue, pale blue, baby blue Chevrolet. And we're going to keep the camera rolling here. We're going to move the tripod right over. I'll let Judy get her angle set up. And don't get in front of that car, whatever you do. But we will get you on camera. What's your name?
My name is Bob Bayruns.
Bob Bayruns from
Saranac Lake.
Saranac Lake.
Yes.
Did I see a Vermont plate in that car though?
Oh.
Huh?
No, it's a historical.
Oh, it's a New York plate. Okay.
New York plate, yeah.
There's a Vermont plate here in back of us here. There we go. It's a historical plate. Okay, from
Yes.
Saranac Lake. I've been there.
It's a beautiful little town.
Yes, it is. And it's a 1959. What can you tell us
It's a
about?
1960.
1960.
Yes. This car is originally from North Carolina and Georgia. I came across it a couple of years ago. I was looking for a 59 or a 60 and found this online, had it checked out, and had it shipped up here.
Why does it look? Why do I think it's a 59?
Because the 59s and the 60s are very similar. The back ends of them are similar. The big difference is the 59 kind of has a slight vertical on the back wings, and the 60 is flat.
Okay,
and
so
the 60 has 3 tail lights on each side, and the 59 has the cat eye. So they're similar. They are similar.
Very similar.
Yes.
So, but both very good looking vehicles.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate that.
So was it in this kind of shape when you got it, Bob?
It is. It's the original color. It's called Roman Red, and so this restoration has a new paint job and new upholstered seats. The doors and the rest of the interior is original, but the seats have been reupholstered. Okay, so it's the original pattern. Yes.
Okay, but was it like this when you got it? Or
it is just like this.
So you didn't have to.
No blood, sweat, and tears from me.
All you had to do is polish it.
I do. Yes. There's a lot of guys out there that do tremendous work in restoring their cars. I did not.
You notice your the window is broken there?
I do. I actually have the I have the replacement pane in the glove box, so I do need to get that put on.
So it's in the process here.
Yes.
I miss those little vents there because I open up my car windows, the bugs fly in now. That used to be a great way to.
That's right. And it also, when you open them all the way up, it brings a little air on you, and it's like a.
If you open them all, yeah, but then it also brings the bees in on you.
Yeah.
If you open them all, turn them backwards.
Yes.
I've done that a few times. I said, no, maybe not for too long a time. So why a 59 or 60?
When I was younger, I wanted a 57. As I grew older, I don't know. I developed a liking for the 59 and the 60. The way the rear ends look on them, and as I said, I found this one in Georgia, and
yeah, behind us there's either a 56 or a 55. I'll see when I look at the tail light.
That's a 56. A couple cars down, yes.
Yeah, tail lights are a little different on those.
Yes.
But between the 57, 58, 59, and 60, that to me is the peak era as far as
gorgeous cars put out by Chevrolet, and they changed them every year. They change them every 4 or 5 or 6 years now. But back then, just a redesign every year, and they're fabulous cars. They really are.
It was a fun time I went to school in Champlain at St. Mary's, and up to just in back of the school was Trombley's Chevrolet dealership. And
yes.
It was fun every fall. I think it was October or maybe September. all the cars would come out the same day.
Yeah.
And you go up that hill and look at the brand new cars, and it was just a fun thing to do, you know.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
I'm not from here originally, so I grew up in Kentucky, and I mean, we had, you know, just some great. Absolutely, yes.
Well, we followed a Kentucky car in here.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
So maybe a long lost relative of yours.
Never know.
By looking for you.
Never know.
So long you've been up in the lakes?
13 years. I moved to Saranac Lake in 2003. Almost 14 years. So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Work related, I assume?
Yeah, I retired from the Air Force in 2002 and then moved there to be part of a business. And I'm actually now the general manager of an Ace Hardware in Saranac Lake.
Oh, okay. Well, we have an Ace Hardware in Champlain.
We do, and there's one here in Plattsburgh too. So.
There you go.
Wonderful stores.
And they have red for their.
That's right.
Too.
We do have red.
So you're right at home when you drive into work with.
Yes.
I suppose you drive
I
into
do.
work.
I drive every nice day. I drive it. If it's
Really?
not nice, if it's just raining, I'm not going to drive it. But every nice day.
How do you find a place in the parking lot? Where
I put it way in the back, and I situate it so I can see it from the front door. So check on it a couple times a day. Yes.
The customer comes in. He says, "Just a moment, please."
Yes.
I'll be with you in a moment. I got to check on my car. So that's nice to drive it. You know, a lot of times people get these and they
don't drive them.
Yeah, they don't.
No, I bought one to drive, and it's I'm very fortunate. I made a good choice.
All right.
Yes.
Well, anything else, Bob, that you think we ought to know about this vehicle?
No, it's a beautiful car, and I'm thoroughly pleased with it.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So, who are you? Who are you with?
Okay, Judy's got the camera pointed at a 1957 Dodge Coronet. 57 was, of course, one of the peak eras for those high tail fins. This is Ron and Don D-A-W-N Wenzel, or Wensley, I guess, from Milton, Vermont. So this is a Vermont vehicle. If you're driving in and around Milton, you might see this. It's a very nice, another nice red vehicle. That's actually a little closer to the red that I had in my 66 Ford, but this is Chrysler Corporation here, the Dodge, you know, those great Dodge DeSoto and Plymouth commercials. This was a Dodge, and it's 1957, and just a great era. Although it was only 10 years old, it was still a great era for cars. I'm gonna pick up the camera here, struggle to get it out of Judy's hands here, move the camera over, try to keep this in as few chapters as possible here. The more chapters we have in a program, the more the sound gets off on our SD cards for some reason. This is a green and white. It's a 56. I can look, but I can't touch according to the signage here. It's Fred Levine, and he's from Morrisonville. It's a Chevy 210 four-door sedan, a 1956. My parents had a 1950 Deluxe, and then when they upgraded, it went to a 1956, and it was a four-door, so it wasn't this color, but I'd probably be lost trying to tell you the exact color that it really was. But so I've driven in the back seat of a 56 Chevy quite often. Not to mention that 1950 Deluxe that we had. We used to get some of those Deluxes at the car shows, particularly in at the Chazy car show. The 1950 Deluxe used to show up. But this is nice here, a 1956. We should point out that, as we talked with Gene Chauvin, the weather today is just gorgeous. Nary a cloud in sight, so a lot of people have brought their little tents, pop-up tents to sit in, and they're not worried about the rain. They're just keeping the sun off themselves a little bit. It's a beautiful day. Temperatures are at this point probably approaching 80 degrees. I think it was 76 when Judy and I arrived. So it's just, as you can just scan the front of the little row here. It's only 6 vehicles in this late 1950 category, but they're all beauties. So I'm glad I'm not a judge, because I'd be handing out 6 MVP awards, I think. All right, this is a 1953. It's kind of a pale green. I'm not sure what the official name of that color would be. Tony and his wife, Darlene Allen from Morrisonville. Chevy 53 Chevy Bel Air. I don't know if Judy can see the top here, the little sun blocker there at the top. Those were a popular feature in that era. I'm partial to 1953s, but if I told you why I like 1953s, I'd be giving away somebody's age, so I won't mention particularly why I'm partial to 1953 models. But this is a beauty. It's really got a little two-tone color, a lot of two-tones back then, and this is certainly a nice one. And we're going to come on over here. We got the owner of this one right here. Come on over here, so we're not blocking.
Okay.
All right. What's your name?
Hello, my name's Travis Dio.
You're probably from West Shazy.
Yeah, West Shazy, Altona originally.
Altona originally, yeah. Probably related to Steve Dio, huh?
That's my father. You're Calvin, right?
I'm Calvin.
Yeah, he says he knows you.
Yeah, he knows my wife Judy too. We both worked with him at the Sheridan Iron Works.
Well, this was my father's truck. Or car.
Okay.
This is my father's car.
This is your father's car.
He owned it back in 1964. My grandfather, his father, bought it originally. Not new, it was a couple years old back in 52 or so.
All right, what is it?
It's a 1950 Chevrolet Fleetline Deluxe.
Now, see, I was just talking back there about my parents having a 1950 Deluxe, but ours was black. But this in here is green and rust. Now, is that rust original, or is this something you did?
I kept it all original. Like I said, my grandfather bought it and he drove it up on the rock in Altona. They used to go up pick blueberries.
So it's had a lot of blueberries in the back seat.
It has some dings and dents, and it has a trailer hitch on the back that my grandfather put on there, and he used to tow a hay wagon with it.
Wow.
So
you thought it was a jitterbug, didn't he? What was your grandfather's name?
My grandfather was Frank Dio. He was part owner of Dio Brothers in Altona.
And what did they do?
Dio Brothers store.
Okay, and they sold blueberries there.
All the general merchandise store.
Okay, where was it located?
Right in the heart of town, just a few buildings up from the post office, right on Main Street.
Okay, toward the church or the other way?
No, just up the other way from the church.
Closer to Feinberg Park then?
Yeah, about halfway.
Okay.
And yeah, my grandfather, and then as each of my uncles got old enough, he'd pass it down to each one of them because they'd need a car and they'd drive it for a year or so. And happened that my father was the youngest one. So he ended up with it. And then he drove it in '64, and he ended up trading it away to my uncle on my mother's side of the family, who ended up storing it for 30 years.
Wow, that was very thoughtful of him.
And that was beautiful. It kept it beautiful. And I always told him if he ever wanted to get rid of it to let me know. He was my godfather, and he gave me first shot at it. So when I bought it back off of him, he handed me back the registration, and it still had my father's name on it.
Oh, geez. So how long have you had it,
So
Travis?
a lot of family history. About 1999.
You've had it that long?
Yeah.
That's 17 years already.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wow. I've been driving it most of those years. I did have to do some work to get it roadworthy again, of course.
Do you drive it a lot, or just...
I drive it all I can, probably once or twice a week, you know.
Do you?
Yeah. But I have several vehicles, so I have to split time between them.
You have a whole fleet of vehicles.
Well, I'm trying to. I have a 58 Bel Air also. I have a 60 Cadillac I just got. 79 Camaro Z28, so I have a few. I want to be able to bring a different car to each show, not just have the same one all the time. Have a little variety.
Well, it must be nice to be that wealthy to be able to do that.
It's not wealthy. What I pay for all of those, you could probably, it'd be cheaper than you pay for a new one.
Okay, well, I appreciate you bringing this one, because like I said, it brings back memories to me, because of course ours was black.
Yeah.
And there probably weren't too many color variations back in 1950.
I don't know. There's a few, but not that many.
I don't think I've ever seen a green one before. I've seen a lot of black ones, but...
and the fastback is a nice style, too.
Yeah, it's just...
the Fleetline fastback, yeah.
Yeah, there's not much difference between the 50 and the 51, but No,
Yeah.
It just,
Just a little bit in the front there, the lights and the grill a little bit.
Yeah. So you even got an ad there showing it.
Yeah.
That shows a red one, but.
I found that at a flea market down in Florida, actually.
Uh huh.
And it my car perfectly right there.
Except for the color, but yeah.
Except for the color, right.
Yeah.
But I got a little model that's perfect color and everything on the engine right there.
Yeah, I see that. You don't drive down the road with that model on there, do you?
No.
Oh, okay. All right.
The seat, actually, I want to mention the seat cover. If you see it inside there, is my grandmother's quilt that she made, and that was off of my uncle's army uniforms.
Oh my goodness.
And I got that quilt, and I thought it just went perfect with the car. So.
Well, the whole family is in there.
Yeah, it's a lot of memories there.
Okay. Well, thank you, Travis. It was nice meeting you.
Thank you.
Say hello to your dad.
I will do that.
All right.
Thanks
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Next up, we have a 1955 Ford Crown Victoria. Crown Victoria, that's the top of the line for the Fords. Richard Pepin from St. Albans, Vermont. It's a 3-speed transmission on the column, about 46,000 plus miles. Originally came out of Carolina Beach, North Carolina. It's a two-tone, white and blue, with the big wide white sidewalls, as most of these cars in the early 1950s did. White sidewalls have pretty much gone by the wayside. They've been out of style for about 10 years before I realized my car didn't have white sidewalls anymore, so I guess I'm not very observant. But this is a 1955, a nice blue one. And it's here in the early 50s part of the show. They divided up the 50s into 2 categories, and that's going to end the 50s and bring us back to the 30s. So, of course, 1940s, there aren't a lot of 1940 era vehicles, because you had the early 40s, and then during the war years, they stopped making cars pretty much till after the war. So all the efforts went into producing for the war effort. But this is a 1933. It's right here, Plattsburgh. Frank Henschel is the owner. 1933 4-door sedan. It's a Chevrolet. It's got 4 doors and 5 wheels. It's got the mirror there, rear view mirror on the side. In beautiful shape. The interior is in great shape. 4 doors. It's got the suicide door in the back, which means that it opens up into the traffic, so you kind of sweep it out like this here, and if you're opening the car caught the wind, it was known as a suicide door. There goes Bill Leach. He's out here judging. Bill Leach, come over here. You got a vehicle in here today, Bill?
It's down there.
He's got to get his judging papers in here. All right. Judge not, lest ye be judged. And you're going to be judged today, too. At least your vehicle will be. This is about the 3rd time we've run into Bill Leach. I shouldn't let this day go by without pointing out that today, June 25th, it's a Saturday. 19 years ago, my friend Bob Venn passed away suddenly, and 3 days ago, my friend Gordy Little passed away suddenly, and Gordy and I had planned to be here, and you never know what to have in store for yourself and what life has in store for you. So you got to note the passing of our friend Gordy, who was planning on being here, but having passed away. And on as fate will have it, Bob's funeral was on the 28th of June, and Gordy's funeral will be on the 28th of June. Just very ironic, but 19 years apart. And Gordy certainly left a legacy long before Hometown Cable. We're just glad to be part of that legacy. Since leaving the radio business after 36 years in local radio, he went on to also do a lot of writing, had published several books, did weekly columns for his 19 years, and wrote articles for a couple of the local magazines. So we're going to Move right along here.
That's mine.
That's yours. Come over here. The camera's still rolling, Judith? Come on over here.
You like it?
I like it.
Great.
You're Henschel?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Like it.
All right. And I like your license plate. 1933 license plate. Did that come with the car?
No, I found it though.
Yeah. Where'd you find it?
Someplace in Alabama. It was on the internet.
On eBay?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. And your eyes must have lit up. Were you bidding against a lot of people when you bid for it?
No.
No?
I was. Yeah, there's not many people that
Care about 33 New York license
Right.
plate.
Yeah. Yeah. It's what you got.
All right, 4F97.
Yeah.
So how long have you had it?
I've had this a little over 3 years, almost 4 years.
Okay, and was it in this kind of shape when you got it?
Yeah, pretty much. I got some troubles with the heating, and so I had to put a new radiator and stuff like that in it. And besides that, runs good. It's a local guy lived in Peru that had it before me.
Remember his name?
Forrester.
Forrester?
Charles Forrester.
Okay.
Yeah. He's the one that did all the restoring.
Yeah. So you don't know who the original owner was, though?
No, he said he bought it from somebody downstate, and that hadn't been on the road much because this guy that he bought it from, his son used to drive it out, just drive it all around the field and all that stuff and all. He just used it for a play toy is what he actually used it for.
What else did you use a little car like this for?
Yeah.
So how often do you get to drive it?
Not very often. Once in a while the shows, that's all.
You don't drive it shooting down the street?
No.
You don't go to those little classic car things there where they get together and cruise? You don't
the cruisings like they have on Friday nights, I haven't been to any of those. But
it's almost time.
Yeah, it is.
Will it go distances? Can you go 20 miles without it overheating? Or?
Well, I came up here, and I live right in Plattsburgh,
Yeah.
so I came up here, and it started to get hot. Not real hot, but overflowed. But
that's the thing about having these classic cars is
the old ones.
Yeah, you gotta know something about them, otherwise
Yeah,
it's expensive.
There's always something that you have to fix.
Something you gotta tweak.
Yeah.
I see the horn. Is that an Ooga horn or is it just
No,
a beep,
it's just a beep beep.
Oh yeah, I like the Oogas myself, don't you?
Yeah, that's like the Model A's. All the Model A's have those on them.
So 33, that was a very nice looking vehicle for that era, wasn't it?
Yeah, thank you.
Now, is this the original color?
I
don't imagine there were
I don't know.
It looked kind of bright for that era.
Yeah, I was thinking most of them were black, weren't they?
Yeah, you could get by 33. I'm not sure what the circumstances were, but I know the original ones that you could get them in black or black. So,
but the rum runners used it because I got machine guns in the back seat. Did you see that machine guns right there?
No, we're gonna go take a look. Shut that off, Judy. We'll go take a look here.
Yeah.
So although this was just at the end of the era of Prohibition, he does have a couple of toy guns in the back seat.
Right, just for protection.
If somebody with a toy gun comes after you, you can answer them.
Yeah, right.
Oh, you got 2 spare tires here, huh? One on each side?
Yeah.
All right, so you're all set.
Fender wheels are called.
Is it hard to find wheels and tires for these vehicles?
Yeah, it is. The tires are pretty easy. You can buy them out of a place in Tennessee.
The wheels?
Yeah, the tires and wheels.
Well, it's a beauty.
Thank you.
And don't cause any trouble when you see him going down the road. He's got 2 guns right there ready to go. Solid wood, though.
Just in case.
All right, I think we've seen this one in years past. John DeHaney from Shazy, New York. It's a 1940 Oldsmobile. I think we might have seen this vehicle last year here. As I recall, he'd never heard of Hometown Cable. License plate says Massachusetts on it. It's an antique plate. It's a 1940 Oldsmobile. And right next door to it, we have a 1939 Chevy Master Deluxe 4-door, owned by Albert F. Barcombe from West Shazy, New York. It's got the running boards on the side. You could hop on there and helps you step in or ride alongside. A lot of people rode right alongside the vehicle there. If you look, you watch those old untouchable TV shows there, you see a lot of guys riding on the running boards. I guess that kid wanted to be on TV. It probably made his day waving at Judy there. That'll do it. People just love to wave at Judy. So here's a 1939 Chevy. It's a 4-door. Again, it has the suicide doors. I if my microphone cord will come out long enough. This is where the door handles are here, and it opens up this way, so that the wind will catch it if it opens up, rather than this way where the wind is going to push your door closed instead of pushing it open. Looks like Howard and Doris are here. They're enjoying the show. I'm going to step right in front of the camera here, and we're going to move on. I haven't got to read off the information this time because I got the owner right here with me. What's your name, young fella?
Elton Barcombe.
Elton Barcombe. I haven't seen you since last night.
Yeah, right.
We were together. I was in front of you, blocking your view at the Shazy Central Rural School.
Well, you stayed pretty low.
I try not to get in front of people, but I gotta get a picture at the same time.
Right.
And you were there because of your granddaughter, Alex, and Alex Misek, and she's probably tired today. She had to keep getting up and down to get these scholarships.
She didn't want to share it with nobody, I guess.
She wanted them all, I thought, for a while.
Yeah.
So I'm glad. But there are a lot of kids, and what was the total? Almost 300,000 between all the kids there.
Right.
So it was a nice program there. It's also a nice program, and it was brief too.
Right. That's why it was only 30-something.
Well, no, it was. I got a little over an hour of video.
No, I mean.
The classes. Yeah. There were 36, but one girl was unable to be there because she was getting a couple of scholarships, and she wasn't there to accept them. She must have been ill, I'd assume. So you had 35 that were actually there last night, so it went quick.
Yeah. It ain't like 100.
No, I had that the night before Northeastern, and last week was 297 for CV Tech. So that was
more than a half hour.
Yeah, just a bit, but all things considered, 297. They got them done pretty quick.
Good.
What do we got here, Alton?
1930 Ford Model A.
1930 Ford Model A.
Right.
And you've been driving that since you were a kid, right?
No. I got it 3 years ago.
Good job. Where'd you get it from?
Tim Dumas.
Name almost sounds familiar.
Back at West Shazy or Shazy, back in there somewhere.
And you talked him into selling it to you, or?
No, I heard about it, so I just went.
Right. So this is your first endeavor in the antique car business there, yeah?
Right.
Now, is it pretty much able to keep going, or is it something you got to work on? Because that'd be my problem. If I bought an antique car, I wouldn't know the first thing about keeping it running.
She's pretty. I didn't touch nothing on the motor or nothing. It's supposed to be a new motor job and everything, but she runs good.
How often do you drive it?
The first year I put 1,000 miles on. Last year I may put 100. I'm going to just go to the shows if you take tomorrow.
What do you have it for? Just to pose and take pictures?
Right. Wait for you to come around.
And I see Beverly, your wife's name's on there too. Now, is she part owner, or just being a nice guy? And
no, I give her half it.
Did you? The working half.
Yeah.
The half that needs work.
The talking half.
So it's how many can you fit in there comfortably? Can you fit 6 people in there, or is it kind of snug?
You put 4, maybe 5. You only put really 2 in the front seat.
2 in the front, and then if you got a small one in the back, you could.
You may squeeze 3 in the back.
Squeeze would be the word.
Yeah.
So it's got the little, what do they call those little sun visor things there? What do they call those?
I know, sun visor.
Sun visor.
Sounds good anyway, right?
That's not what it is. It is now.
Yeah.
So that keeps the sun out of your eyes.
And you can't see the red lights. Because
you gotta
you're right.
I don't know. Well, back in the 30s, the traffic lights were probably right on the corner, and
they didn't even have any.
Well, yeah, maybe not.
Unless you went in the big cities.
Yeah. Any idea where it came from originally? Was it from around here? You don't know?
I don't know. It seems to me he said it was up in Peru or somewhere else. It was into an old barn for quite a few years.
Okay. Well,
And they restored it.
Whoever
Him and his
restored it
brother.
did a nice job.
Him and his brother restored it, and his sister did the seat, all the upholstery over inside.
Okay, I was just looking at a 33 and it had a horn on it, but it wasn't an Ooga horn. Is this an Ooga horn or beep beep horn?
No, it's
We're going to listen to the horn here. That's what I like to hear. That's what you like to hear. That gets your attention, right?
right. Everybody goes like this.
All right. Anything else, Alton, that we should know about?
No, not really. The only thing should have come through with better wipers on them.
Yeah, very small wipers there.
Vacuum too.
Vacuum. Oh wow.
Oh, you got to let up on the gas to get it to work.
Oh geez, that's not too handy.
Right.
But if Alex wants to loan out some money, tell her. Think of me.
I didn't figure out how much she had got, but she got quite a bit.
Yeah, I'll have to review that DVD and check
Right.
and see. Add it up.
Right.
Yeah, and that's probably tax-free when you think about it.
For college.
It's college, so it must be tax-free income. So.
Well, we were talking to one guy, and he said when he got a lot of scholarships, but none of the other kids put in for him. If you don't put in for him, you ain't gonna get them.
You gotta apply, yeah.
She put in for everyone she had a chance to put in for. Paid off.
Yeah, it certainly did.
Yeah.
All right, well, take care.
Okay, well,
nice
thank you.
seeing you again.
Yep. But maybe see you at Altona tomorrow.
Tomorrow on Altona Parade. All right, we'll both be there.
Yeah. Okay.
You'll be driving by?
Oh yeah.
All right, we'll wave at us.
You'll be near the church.
I'll be there.
Okay, thank you.
Take care. All right, I know the owner of this one is out judging everybody because we ran into him a few minutes back, Billy Leach, or William Leach as it says. He's from Morrisonville. It's a Ford Model A 1928. So I can say without reservations that this vehicle is older than Bill Leach. Here he comes. He's making his way back here. Maybe I can talk long enough that he's stopping to chat with somebody, so maybe he won't make it back in time here. It's beautifully restored. Excuse my coughing here. We've run into Bill. Bill's got a lot of varied interest, and we run into. His sign's about to go. I better rescue his sign here. These are the small wipers that Mr. Barcombe was talking about. Very small wipers that they had back then. So if you had a big windshield, then you were in trouble. Bill was in Isle of Mont a week ago for the talk on the 350th anniversary of the founding of Fort St. Anne, and the next day he was up and at him for the honor flight as the honor flight took off, and he's a man of varied interest, and he's just turned and went in the other direction. Either he saw us or he's he's not done judging. Looks like he's off heading out judging some more folks, some more vehicles. So this is registered. He's got it on the road. It's registered as a historic vehicle. It's got the running board on the side. It's nice and shiny. A nice soft cover roof. It's a convertible, and it's a beauty. Bill, of course, says he's from Morrisonville, but originally a Champlainer. If you look at some of those old. They get back to the 60 years, beyond, maybe even beyond 60 years now for Bill. Yeah, he's probably may have been in there this year. But I think he graduated around 55 or 56 from Champlain Central, so may have to wait for the 70 year in the newspaper before we see his name again. But he was definitely a good athlete back in his days in growing up in Champlain. His father ran the Western Auto, which was located right across from where I went to school at St. Mary's. All right, we're going to move on. If I can keep my camera lady happy here. She's wilting in the hot sun today. One of the first people I bumped into today was the owner of this vehicle, but he's out looking at other folks' vehicles right now. Jim Hubble from Shazy. It's a Plymouth Fury, and it's a 1968, and it's been in the family right from the original owner. The original owner is Charles Milbank Young. I'm going to lift it up here, and I don't know if Judy can see the original owner here. Born August 3rd, 1892, died in 1984. So this is Uncle Charlie's car. It's Charlie's car. So hopefully we'll be able to put this back, and it'll be right where Jim left it. Nobody tell him that I moved it here, because we don't want to get in trouble. So I think Jim said his grandfather or his father drove it for a while, and then they passed it on to Jim, and when he passes it on, he's going to also keep it in the family. So this will remain in the family. It's a beauty. The interior is perfect. There's a couple little dings in there because it's used. This vehicle is used. It's not just sitting there and gathering dust. And you'll see this vehicle at a lot of car shows. I'm going to turn now, and not sure what kind of an angle Judy would have on this one right next to us here. But we're going to keep the camera rolling, and I'm going to step right in front of the camera. Do not adjust your sets. That was not a total eclipse. Maybe Judy might want to pick up that camera and move it over this way. It's Bob Robert from Catieville. It's a 1970 Chevy Impala, and it's red, and it's a convertible, and it's a nice one, and it's a whole row of nice vehicles here. We've it's around 12:30 right now. We've been here for an hour and a half. We've got to get to the Minor Institute event that started half an hour ago in Shazy, and tonight we're heading for the Shazy Alumni Banquet. So we've got a full day ahead of us. I'm not sure how many more of these good-looking vehicles we're going to be able to look at, but we might just wrap up with one more after this. We have a 1947 pickup. It says Jerry and Susan Davies. Do you know who they might be?
Yeah, me and my wife, it's Daniels.
Daniel, okay. It says Jerry on there, though.
Yeah, Jerry Daniels.
Oh, Jerry Daniel. Oh, okay, Daniels, not Davies. Daniels, okay.
Right.
All right. Any relation to Terry Daniels?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. 1947 pickup truck. It's a Dodge, is it?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
And how long have you had it?
About 4 years, 5 years.
Why a 1947? That just what was available, or
That's what was available, and it's on a 92 S10 frame.
What's that?
It's on a 92 S10 frame.
Okay, so it's not all original, and it's got the hot rod motor. Somebody's got a hot rod motor over there too.
Hey, give it some noise, yeah.
So do you drive up and down the street here with this?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. My wife and I go to the shows whenever they have them, you know.
Okay. I see the hood's not on it. Can you drive it legally like that without the hood on?
Oh yeah, yeah. It's just with the hood on, it builds too much heat.
Imagine the heat, yeah.
Yeah, and it heats up. So just left it in the garage.
Okay. So do you get it out on the road very often?
Oh yeah, in the summertime, yeah, quite a bit.
How early in the fall do you call it a season?
Oh, probably August.
That soon?
Oh yeah.
So you don't get it out there and let it look at the nice colored leaves and stuff?
No, not with all that yellow stuff flying around.
Yeah. Okay, so it's beautiful. Is it like this? The paint job is beautiful. Is it like this when you got it?
No,
No?
no.
You had to do some work?
I did a lot of work, yeah. Maybe $25,000 worth of work.
Holy cow! Yeah. So it was in tough shape when you bought it then?
Oh yeah.
It wasn't a restored vehicle when you bought it?
No.
Okay. Was it sitting in somebody's barn, or what was the story on it?
It was on a stone wall up in Denimora.
You drove by and saw it, or?
Drove by and saw it. The guy wanted to keep it for his son, and he got another one, and then we dickered around, and I wound up getting it, you know.
After buying it $25,000 later, that doesn't include your labor, though, does it?
No, no, no.
All right, is it ride low? He's got the low front end here.
I lowered it.
Did you?
Yeah.
I'd be afraid of bumps and, you know.
Well, it was lower than that before, you know, but I raised it 3 inches.
I noticed it doesn't have the running boards, though. It doesn't.
No.
Didn't come with running boards that year.
Yeah, they came with it,
Oh.
but they had to be higher,
Oh, okay.
certain lengths apart for the cab and
Okay.
front fender and the box.
All right. Well, it's a beauty. And when's the next show you're going to?
Maybe I'm alone tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow. So
Yeah, they got a show up there.
I'll be driving down Route 11 tomorrow, heading for Malone.
Very possible.
All right. Have a good time.
All right,
All
thank
right.
you.
Jerry Daniels, not Davies. No matter what you heard before, it's Daniels. Thank you.
There you go.
Ask me that question again. What am
Are
I
you
doing
causing
here?
trouble?
Well, I know I'm causing trouble. Well, you asked me what I was doing here today.
Okay.
What I'm doing here today is taking pictures of every cars except Ford's. You know why?
Why?
Because I'm going to go to an all Ford car show.
Oh, okay.
in a
All
little
right.
while.
All right. I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
This is
I can
this
do
is
that.
the angry
I can
pose.
do that. I can do that now. So, yeah. So.
No, I have taken a few pictures.
Yeah. Good.
All right, Miles Decos, what are you handing out here?
Oh, some
16th
flyers.
annual.
Our
all
flyers
Ford.
for our car show. Yeah.
Today is June 25th. This is July 31st. 16th annual and your 21st year.
Yep. It is.
Oh, and 21st year of the club?
Yeah,
Country Mustang
21st,
Club?
21st year of the club. Yeah, 16th car show. Yeah.
16th car show.
There was a little 5-year layover there in the middle.
Somewhere in the middle you said, yeah, that's too much work.
Too much like work. That's
All
right.
right, so you can contact Miles DeCoste or Dick Ashfield
Correct.
if you want to get in. Benefiting North Country Honor Flight. That's a good group, you know.
Oh, we have a good time with the honor flight. The folks are great, and you know, my wife and her father from Buffalo went on a flight last fall, and
Didn't I see you at one recently? One of the
oh yeah,
send-offs?
yeah.
Thought I saw you in the
yeah,
crowd there.
Yeah, we're usually there every Saturday when they do a send off, and the Mustang Club is there, and we usually set up a little parade alongside the road for them and everything, and it's a good cause. I mean, it really is.
Definitely.
It's definitely a cause.
If I'm going to keep looking at us, Judy, show us the cars here. They're much more important than miles.
Definitely so.
Yeah. So the 31st, usual site?
Usual site
spot?
down across from the Naked Turtle in the big city parking lot. Hopefully we'll get some halfway decent weather. You never know, but
No.
lately the weekends have been good and hot, so I don't know. We'll see. So, but no, we're kind of getting set up ahead of time a little bit, so we'll be good.
Yeah, and you never know. I think last year when I was leaving, you had about 40 vehicles pulling in from Canada.
Oh yeah, we had a good bunch come down from Montreal, and you get some from Vermont and some from Albany area, and you know, so they come in from a long way. Some of these people, so we try to treat them fair and have a good day, and you know.
It's a long drive. You come up from Albany.
Yeah.
You
You know, I mean, you get down into Eatown area and Lewis and Saratoga way, you know, type thing. So it's a ride. It's quite a ways. So, but some of us are goofy enough. We drive anywhere for a car show.
What's the furthest you've driven for a car show with your vehicle? I don't mean jumping in your regular vehicle and going.
Right.
To a car show.
Now I'm up to. I drive my Mustang about 3 hours.
What's your limit?
Yeah, that's my limit, because if something happens, I can go back and get it and get back home with it in a day's time. I get it with a trailer. But as far as trailer-wise, we've been as far as Tennessee with it, Nashville, Tennessee, Carolinas, down at Charlotte Motor Speedway for shows, and Ohio. Oh yeah, and well, July we're going to Niagara Falls for one. So yeah, no, it's just a bad habit, Calvin.
Has it been recognized as a disease, or?
I think it's a disease, honestly, but I don't know if the doctors will tell you. But I don't know. So
there's not much they can prescribe that's going to help you.
No, unless they want to donate to your cause, that's about the way you can do something. So, but no.
So, how many? Do you have just one Ford? How many vehicles?
No,
do you have?
I've got this. Today I have the red Mach 1. The green one's to home. The red one's here today. And then we have an 84 convertible.
Oh yeah, you gotta have an 84 convertible.
Yeah, you know, so we got to have the top down somewhere along the line. So, but no, it's you know, as far as Mustangs wise, that's what we got. And then of course you got newer Taurus type thing. So
my wife's going around in circles here, and
you're gonna tire right up here if you ain't careful. So.
She's twisted herself into a.
So.
She can't escape.
Well, at least you know where she is. So. But
she goes oof and goes over backwards.
Yeah.
She'll probably take the camera with her.
We'll have to grab her, Calvin, in a hurry.
I'm just like a gazelle.
You're quick. Oh, that's good. That's all right then.
That's why they call me Swifty.
Is that it?
Yeah,
So
that's one of the reasons.
Good.
Have you heard from Denny? Is he going to do a show this year, Denny?
I don't know. I seen Denny the other night, and actually, I don't even think Dennis is able to come to our Ford car show.
Oh, wow.
Some of the relatives there are getting married the same day. So
no consideration at all, you know.
I don't know. You'll have to talk to him and the boys about that. So, but no, he was. We were talking the other night, and he was saying something about it, and he says the weekends are just busy. There's a car show every weekend going everywhere. I mean, you got some in Willsboro, you got some up here, and it's hard to keep up with all of them. It's
sure,
you know,
yeah.
you know, it can get expensive. I mean, depending on what you're doing and how far you're traveling, you know. So
yeah, and you got to enter the.
Entry is, you know, $10 to $15, $20, $25. I mean, you know.
Well,
so
if somebody has a car show and you don't want to compete, can you just park it without paying?
Well, a lot of places won't even let you do that. I mean, not in the show site anyway. I mean, they'll let you park outside.
In the parking lot, yeah.
In the parking lot, but yeah, no. I mean, they're there to raise money for their charity or whatever it is. I mean, you know, so you know, you got to be fair about it, you know. So, but yeah, so. But no, it's you know how it goes. It's work and it's fun at the same time. I mean, you know, so
yeah. And we have such a short season for it.
Right, and everybody tries to jam it all in, you know. So,
right.
And I see a few of the local churches are getting in on it now. So.
Rouse's Point, St. Patrick's is going to have another one this year.
Yeah, and Morris Forks had one.
Forks. It looks like it was a rainy day.
Oh yeah.
I was somewhere else. Where was I? I can't remember where I was. I did a confirmation in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
And we had a family get together in the afternoon. So
right.
I saw some pictures on Facebook.
Yeah, no.
Looked like a pretty good.
Well,
turnout.
they had for a rainy day, Calvin. They had at least 50 cars that were there. So I mean, that's pretty good for something like that. And I mean, we were there and it stopped raining maybe in about an hour and a half out of the day, but it rained the rest of it. So.
Yeah, this is the first time that in a long time. Someone's trying to get attention, I think.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah. For the first time in a long time that I've been able to capture the Altona confirmation, because that's usually a weekend at right around Mother's Day.
Right.
Actually, it's before that. It's in June. But usually that weekend, Bishop LaValle comes when it's a St. Anne's thing.
And he was there.
So I'm usually at the parade.
Right.
Not at the confirmation, but this year the no parade for the last 2 years. So I'm sure he showed up at.
Oh yeah, he was at the car show. Yeah, he was walking around. He was definitely there. They say in Morris Forks they're doing it again next year already, so they're getting planned for it already. And I hear tell that Altona's thinking about doing the same thing for next year. So
not a parade.
No, I don't know if they're going to do a parade, but they're going to do a car show for sure.
I like parades. I like car shows.
Yeah, but
I love parades.
I like parade. Yeah, oh yeah. So I like handing out. Well, I like throwing out candy, Calvin.
Yeah.
and that way I get a little snack once in a while when I'm driving around.
No, the kids ate it all.
Yeah, that's right. So, but yeah, no, that's and like I say, some of them churches are getting in on it. So. You know, they're gonna, and that just adds more to the, you know, more to what's going on. So
ties you up that many more times.
Yeah,
well, that's why you have the hobby, because you want to be involved. You want to see other people's vehicles. You want to show off yours. And so you're passing out. You got a whole pile of flyers here.
Yeah,
so
I got to run around here and get all the Ford cars here. So
don't make a mistake. Of course, you got to talk. Some of the owners might have a Chevy here, but they have a Ford sitting at home.
Well, that's it. You don't know. Yeah. You know, so you find out from this one and that one, because if you own one, Calvin, generally you got to own another one somewhere else. There's always another one sitting
But
there.
some people are loyal. They only want that one.
They only like the one make, but some do own different varieties, so which don't make them a bad person.
No.
You know, so.
We all have to get along, right?
That's
Miles?
right. That's right.
Ford and Chevy.
Yeah, that's right.
Even a few Dodge people.
We've all had one or the other that breaks. It don't make no difference. They all break.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Well, let you get busy.
All right.
Good
Thanks,
seeing you.
Calvin.
I'll
Appreciate it.
probably see you on the 31st.
All right. Appreciate it.
All right. Take care. We're gonna probably wrap this up there. Judy's got zooming right in on me here. I gotta watch out for her. We're probably gonna wrap it up here. Did you zoom in on that Gisum Crow truck there? Shane Dutail's not only here bringing his truck, he's advertising too for the Gisum Crow snacks. A lot of nice vehicles here. As I said, we've got open house at Minor Institute that we have to get to. We got the Shazy Alumni Banquet today. We're just talking with Miles Declass there. Summer season is relatively brief up here in the North Country, and we try to squeeze in as many activities as we can. And this is one that we always look forward to. We got this on our calendar. We know when the kids are graduating from high school, then that weekend is when the car show will be here. And of course tomorrow we'll be in Altona for our old home day. So a lot of things keeping us going. So thanks for watching and supporting viewer-supported local television, hometown cable. We can only be here with your support, and our thanks to the very few of you who understand that and support us. And we wish more of you would get on board and drive up and support hometown cable. Thanks for watching.